I want to tell you something that took me a long time to admit to myself. I thought I had done the work. I thought I had fixed my shadows, have integrated all insecurities, stopped performing for other people's approval. I thought I was finally being authentic. And then one day I realized I was performing authenticity, a mask within a mask. If you are somewhere in the middle of your spiritual awakening, confused, lost, not sure what is real anymore, I want to tell you this. What you are experiencing right now is real. And it makes sense that it feels this way. Because spiritual awakening isn't a one-time event. You don't break through one day and then suddenly you are free forever. It doesn't work like that. And what actually happens is you catch yourself performing, and then you catch yourself judging yourself for performing, and then you catch yourself judge the judgment. It can feel like you are going in circles, like something is still wrong with you, like you are still being trapped. Even when you have done years of inner work, even when you understand the language of the shadow, of the ego, of the full self, you still find yourself triggered. You still scared of letting people see that part of you, the part that makes you ask, what's wrong with me? I know that feeling, and I want to say something about it. The performing, the hiding, the masking, it was never something to be ashamed of. You wear the mask because at some point it keeps you safe. It's what a part of you had to do when it didn't feel safe enough to be seen. So even if right now you are still performing in some ways, even if you haven't yet been able to let go of certain insecurities, certain fears, certain patterns that still show up and embarrass you, that doesn't make you less worthy or less aware or less profound. It just means that you are still in it, you are still waking up. So what I want to offer you today is simply this: permission to stop performing. Not because you have finally healed, not because you have finally arrived somewhere, but right now, exactly as you are, with all the broken parts, the dark parts, the messy, vulnerable, and fragile parts. Even when everything you believed no longer feels solid, even when everything you thought was permanent turns out to be ephemeral, even in those moments, you are still valuable and you are still whole. This journey doesn't end with a big awakening. There's no destination in this journey. It's all about learning to be gentle to yourself as you keep waking up again and again. So each time you catch yourself performing, each time you notice the mask, each time you judge yourself and catch the judgment, it's not the shame. That's awareness, that's the practice. And such gentleness when you are willing to say to yourself, okay, I see you and I'm not going to fight you. That's where the actual freedom lives, not in finally getting it right, but in the gentleness you give yourself while you're still figuring it out. So if right now you feel like you are nothing, like your life is meaningless, like you haven't accomplished all the things that you were supposed to accomplish by this stage of your life, I want to tell you this. You don't have to fix all your shadows to be worthy to be loved. You don't need to have integrated all your insecurities to deserve peace. You don't need to perform healing in order to be seen as whole. You are valuable right here, right now, with all of it. The darkness, the brokenness, the insecurities, the parts that still scare you. Just you being yourself is enough. Just accept each day. Just be, just live with more compassion for you. I wish you can feel safe with yourself, because that's when your true life begins.